And so she didn't know that she had been killing her own people.
It was a very emotional scene. Ooh, you have to go find the keys.
Elena.
But I won't tell you where they are. I'm Abby.
And I'm Tori.
And today we're going to talk about
Empire of Storms.
All right. This book was phenomenal. Okay, so basically, I would give this book a 5 out of 5. I was on the fence. I was going to give it like a 4.8 out of 5, but I'm like, why am I doing that? I'm really doing it because I don't want to give it a 5.
But you're like one of those teachers that never gets out hundreds.
And that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to be that teacher. But I was like, you know what? No. Okay. So, first of all, let's clear the air. Don't look at my notes. What did I get wrong? I said that Elide would get some powers.
Did you? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I did. I have it written down.
Okay.
I said Elide would get some powers. I still think it could happen. I think it less, but maybe it could happen. And then I said that Aelin will be immortal somehow. I thought we were going to find that out in this book. But we kind of found out kind of the opposite, really. But I still think it's going to happen. And what did I get right? Gabrielle and Adian were going to meet. Well, that was an obvious one. And that I said that the black and gold eyes would get more information, like we'd find out where they're from. Mm-hmm. I think I gave a hypothesis of what I thought it was, but I don't remember what I said.
Well, I know they explained it in the previous book, but like a little, and you said that they needed to expand more on it.
Yeah. As to why it causes fear, I don't know.
Well, I think it was because like they're descended from the Valg
demon king. Yeah.
Yeah. I know they give some type of explanation.
They did. I think it's descended from the Valg demon king, and so because it's the king, I guess it puts fear in the little minions. That's what I got. Okay. Cool. But most importantly, I got it right that Manon and Dorian were gonna do it. I was very, very, very right.
Yes, you were. What do you think about them?
I like them together. But I'm glad you asked me that because I actually had a question for you about it.
Okay.
Which is, isn't it kind of strange that Dorian likes the woman who murders humans and literally murders his people? Quite literally.
Isn't it?
And he says it at the beginning of the book. This is before she switched, before she's become like good or whatever. She's still killing humans and eating them. And he's just like, there's no games with her. Yeah, because she gonna eat you.
I think Lysandra said it in this book. And she said something, her and Adian are talking about them too as a couple. And Lysandra said something about like, sometimes like you need the complete opposite. Like since Sorsha died and Sorsha was like the quiet, timid, in order not to be reminded of her, like people tend to go towards like the complete opposite.
To someone who eats humans.
And I think also he's probably like, I mean, he went through so much. I think he's also like, yeah, he's attracted to that danger and the aspect of like, oh my gosh, yeah, she's dangerous. So it's kind of like
might eat me.
It's kind of like an adrenaline surge type thing that you get. But
you are making sense.
He's attracted to dominant women.
Dominant witches who eat humans, who are slaughtering your people.
Because I think he does say like she's not gonna break. Like he felt like Sorsha was, since she was fragile, like she could break, and so he was afraid of hurting her. Mm-hmm. And since he's also still figuring out his power and that he did murder people, I think it's easier for him to be like, oh, but she also murders people. We have things we're similar. Yeah, and I can't hurt her. She's just as capable as hurting me.
Yeah, that's
fair. I think so.
Yeah. Well, I did make the comment. Because I wrote the question down earlier on in the book, like I'm talking like 100 pages in. Uh-huh. So we hadn't gotten to the end yet. And I'm like, Dorian, this is a little toxica. Just a little bit. I wanted to ask you, what are your favorite scenes? What did you love? I want to see if we share anything.
Honestly, I didn't take notes when I was reading like the other one. But I have to go back. In these tabs, Leslie did this.
Oh, that's her sister.
Yeah. The only thing I have written down is something that you had said in another book that I wrote down to come back after this book.
Okay. What was it? Go for
it.
So
it was I think it's in the third book. We were talking about Manon's cloak. Because remember, you thought like you were disappointed because you thought it was like they would skin the Croatian queens, the Croatian witches, and make the cloak out of their skin. And then when I told you no, that's not it, then you were really disappointed. And you're like, oh, yes. So why about the red cloaks? So I made the note to say that it's important that she has the red cloaks because she's actually Croatian herself, And so she didn't know that she had been killing her own people and also still wearing her own symbol. Like she thought, oh, as a black beak, like I'm taking over the symbol, making it black beak. When in reality, she was just always wearing the symbol of her own people.
Because she's the Crocan Queen.
Yeah, the Crocan
Queen. I have that on my list as one of the favorite moments as well. And I have it where I was saying, what was I saying? What's going on with me today, guys? Today, I am at a loss for words. You know why? It's because it's been so long since I've read the book. It's been 2 weeks.
I know, that's why, and I didn't take notes. I'm trying to
remember.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that they had Manon kill her own sister, the grandmother. Like that whole thing reveal was symbolic, epic. Yeah. Right? It was she killed her own half sister, found out that she was half Crocan, that she's now the Crocan Queen. I like that we found out that the grandmother killed her mother, and that the grandmother killed her father, her Crocan father,
who and searching for him. And Astrid too. She marked her.
Yeah, and marked Astrid. And I liked that whole storyline. I really liked it. So that's on my. I didn't put it on my list of love. Actually, I put it on my list of like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a difference between like and love?
Because for this one, I didn't really have like, you know how I used to have favorite scenes, least favorite scenes?
Yeah.
This one, I didn't really have a least favorite scene.
Which is why for a book.
It's a 5.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, I'll put it in love and liked. So
okay.
That was
also, real quick before for it, because I know you have these written down. I just remember 2 scenes that I did like. One, that Rowan goes and rescues Dorian. And that how they're together and their friendship and their relationship. I like that. And I also like that there's a comment that Dorian makes. He's like, after like experiences rowing training, he's like, I don't know how Aelin survived this, much less fell in love with this man because his training is so hard. And yeah, and then I love the relation. And then when Aelin meets up with them, I think she's the one who also makes a comment. She's like, oh wow, like they're very comfortable with each other, like very
and
good.
She was like,
I like she's like I like this that they're good friends. And then what was the other? Oh. And then the other one that I like is at the very end, that Rowan goes around to each of the ships of his cousins, like pleading for help.
Yeah.
And then the scene where it says, and then Maeve's Armada like turned on each other, and the Rowan and the Whitethorn flag was waving.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that scene too because Maeve thought she had all of them under control, at least that part of it.
Yeah.
We know the betrayal that comes after that. Oh, we didn't even say spoilers.
Oh yeah, we're getting into spoilers now.
Sorry, guys.
You should know now if they watched our other videos.
Exactly. I really liked that because it kind of like showed that even though like Maeve is this all-powerful being, here were these people who she considered weak, like they bonded together and still did damage and messed up her own fleet. And I really like that. You mentioned something. What did you say a while ago before that?
Rowan and Dorian's friendship. I said about how he goes to each of the ships begging, like, like telling the story. Yeah.
No, I meant Rowan and Dorian's friendship. Okay. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think they would have been so buddy if Dorian and
still liked Aelin?
No, if Dorian and Aelin had slept together, because they never slept together. Keol and Aelin slept together.
Dorian and Aelin.
Keol and Rowan do not get to. I don't see them.
But I think even if they had slept together, I don't think Dorian would have ever like mistreat. Like I don't think either of them would really regret it, type thing. So I don't think Rowan would really particularly care.
Okay.
I think the problem with Kale is that he was just an ass after.
Fair.
So
you don't think the Rowan like what do you call it? Territorial bullshit. Yeah, you don't think that would come out?
No.
With Dorian, like in the beginning?
No.
No?
Just because I think, like I said, I think Dorian's like an upstanding, like, and Dorian moved on to, like, I don't think it'd be an issue. And I mean, Rowan has obviously slept around with other people before too, so it's not like he can judge her.
Didn't he get jealous though?
Of Dorian?
No, not of Dorian, of somebody in there.
He got upset with the Abronym, the assassin guy.
Oh.
Because he was also like touching her and like gave her the oil and all the other stuff.
Okay,
but
fair.
Also, like he knows that Dorian's not a threat, you know.
That's fair. You just love Dorian.
I do.
So you would justify him. Anything he does. So my favorite scene, I'll have them in order and I'll give the pages. Page 6, where Gavin and Elena. Oh, your pages are probably gonna be different.
They shouldn't be that off.
Page 6, with Elena and Gavin.
Yeah.
Where they revealed that they pushed this war onto Aelin. Yeah. And I like that we got that prologue explored where this stemmed from. Like we got a glimpse into Elena and Gavin's story, and I really like that.
Same.
Yeah. Page 151. The Erewhon reveal in the Endovier.
The salt mines.
Yeah. The overseer, when Erewhon took over the overseer, and I like that he used that symbol of,
he knew it would hurt her.
Yeah, it would hurt her, like the symbol of oppression that she'd gone through for so many years. So for that 1 year. Okay, page 162 to 169. I really loved Astrid's almost execution. Yeah. It was beautifully written. It was a very emotional scene, and I liked when Astrid told Manon to bring her body back.
I'm literally just looking at that. Bring my body back to the cabin.
And I just thought it was a very human moment.
Yeah, and she whispered it so softly that only Manon could hear. Yeah.
All right, Manon. I can't pronounce it properly. But yeah, I really, really like that. I really like that scene because it showed that it made Astrid seem more human than witch. You know. And then I like
Sorry, real quick on that scene because I'm still reading too, and then it says they all lifted 2 fingers to the brows, a gesture not to honor a high witch, but a witch queen.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna move on to a different scene.
No, I really love this whole scene. So I liked when they saluted her as the witch queen, and I thought it was great foreshadowing because they didn't know she was a witch queen. She didn't know she was a witch queen.
Yeah, but she just had their respect. Yeah,
she had their respect, and then she turned out to be a witch queen.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. And we already talked about this, that I like the revelation when the grandmother murked the mother and father of Manon. Sweet. This one, I loved it as well. I don't have the page number, but the reveal that Mala, the Firebringer, was the grandmother of Aelin. I was like that because I was like, why is Aelin so powerful? Shouldn't her fae powers be mad diluted?
Yeah, no, because she has more than 2 sources of power. Yeah,
she has more than 2 sources of power. Then I was also thinking she's not even fully fae. I would think that a fully fae person would be more powerful than her. Mm-hmm. And why is she this big thing? Why is her fire so powerful? But it made sense that a whole god was her grandmother. Okay, the other page that I like was page 438 to page 439. Give you all a second to find it. 3, 2, 1, done.
Okay.
Which is where Erewhon's bloodhound was imitating Fenrir, and I liked Aelin's insult to the bloodhound. So basically, the bloodhound started was about to start his long speech about how he snuck onto the ship.
Oh yeah.
And Aelin was like, "Oh God, another talker."
Yeah, another talker.
And then she just summed it up for him. Let me guess. You did this, you did that, you did blah. And then she was just like, why didn't you just sneak in here in the first place? You could have skipped so many steps. That's just dumb. And then she's like, what were you going to do? Pick her up, pick up a lead and fly away with her? You're skinny. You can't hold nothing.
And then she's like, yeah, you really brought this upon yourself. You're stupid. Kill him, yeah.
Yeah. I really like that scene.
Also, I really like Fenris. I feel like we haven't gotten that much about him yet, but I really like him.
I was going to say that because I literally have a scene where I was describing something. We'll get to it. And I just went, Gabriel and the other dude. I couldn't remember his name.
Fenris.
I don't know that much about him and I don't care.
You will care after the next one.
Okay, sure. I probably shouldn't say that because you end up being right.
I read the book.
You'll be wrong.
And I know you. Also, talking about him. Have you, a lot of people have a theory, and I believe it, because you've read A Court of Thorn and Roses, right?
Yes.
You know how he's able to, jump between, that's his power? He's able to...
As in, jump between the space,
winnowing.
What
they do in A Court of Thorn and Roses. So people have this theory that he's actually from...
A court that realm?
That universe. And there's it's literally blink and you miss it crossover in the next book between A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Blink and you miss it?
Well,
it's so quick?
Yeah, it's so quick. But you'll know. And she doesn't use any names. You'll know it's a crossover.
Okay. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, so it's in the same universe, so that's how he has that power.
To be honest, I'm so terrible with books. Like I can inhale them in the blink of an eye, but if you give me enough time, like say a couple months, I don't remember what happened in
Same.
them.
Oh, I just remember I'm like, I liked it. The vibes were good.
Exactly. But yeah, it was good vibes because I didn't even remember that they winnowed in a Court of Roses until you said it. Yeah. Cool. And I might miss if you didn't tell me there was gonna be a crossover. I probably would have missed it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it in the next one.
I liked page 636, which is the arrival of the 13 to help with Abraxas.
Yeah, he went and fetched them. He's so cute.
I know, I love him.
Oh, also the fact that she said about like find somewhere safe for me, and he shows up at Aylin's birthday.
And it makes sense. Abraxas is so smart.
He is
such a sweetheart. I think he might again be my favorite character in this. Yeah, in this book. I liked Maeve's plan.
Hold on, actually, because I am still so confused, and I'd rather have had discussion. Maybe something in the comments can clarify me, because so I'm reading that scene where it says, and behind it, descending upon the Fae fleet with wicked delight, flew 12 others. 12. So I'm very confused if the 13 includes her, she's the 13th, or it's her plus 13, and so she's the 14th. Because I feel like I've read both. I've read her saying, I have 13 besides me, and then I've seen and 12 people. So I'm like,
oh, okay, no. I know, I can answer the question.
What's the answer?
If we read the sentence above it, it gives context. They're talking about the wyverns in this section. They're saying that there was a wyvern with shimmering rings.
That's Abraxas. And behind it is 12 others, which means that Manon is the 13th.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's been other parts in the books and other stuff where she references 13 others besides her, which would make her the 14th.
I thought it was just 13 all along. Can you think of like another time where she referenced it?
Yes. And also I'm thinking of...
I really thought I was onto something. I thought, I solved it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's in the next book. She references the 13, not including herself.
Maybe it's because the group is referred to the 13. It's like, that's the name of the group, right? The 13.
Okay, but I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a song about what happens in the next book and also about the witches in general, and it says, in the 13 aside from Manon.
Okay, then I don't know.
13.
We need answers. Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. I always thought it was just 13, but maybe I was reading too fast and missed.
I spelled 13.
The contradictions. THIR.
TEEN.
Why did I go to law school? I can't spell.
Maybe my ebook's just not fine, but there has to be mention of the word 13 in the last.
Are we not able to spell 13?
No, I'm just going to Google it, actually. Why haven't I Googled it before? Is Manon the 14th member?
Well, good news is we can spell.
I want to say it's her plus 12 others, so it's 13 of them. Okay, it's her plus 12 others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 plus her.
So it's 13 plus her?
Yeah.
So she's 14.
No, sorry. She's the 13th, so it's 12 plus her.
Okay.
Glad we got that cleared up.
We went down the rabbit hole. Oh, yeah. I really like the reveal of Maeve's plan, where she tricked Rowan to think that the first lady was his mate.
Yes. I was going to ask you whether reading, because now rereading it, I was like, oh, there were so many clues. Did you catch up on it or no?
I did not catch any of these clues. I will say that while I was reading it, I was just like, I feel like he and Aylin are mates. It's just what made the most sense. And I was like, well, how will they explain away the first mate?
One? Yeah.
Like, is it that you can have two mates? Is it that it wasn't really his mate? So my brain did go there, but I was like, not enough where I can say that I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming where Maeve did this elaborate plan.
Oh, and not that she did this elaborate plan, but that they were mates, because I'm looking for it. Like, there's one part where somebody goes, like, literally calls him her mate. Somebody's like, and your mate or something like that, and like Aylin just like doesn't react.
Yeah.
And then there is the part that, yeah, like they talk about how mates can't harm each other. And so then Rowan jumps right in front of her.
Yeah, I saw that clue. I saw it when she was discovering it herself, and she didn't. She's like, I can't tell him or something like that. But she was just like, when she realized, oh, that he's his mate, he's her mate.
Yeah.
I think I kind of peeped it at that point, but I was still like, how are you gonna explain away the first mate?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, I liked that whole plan. And then I liked this, but there's a double-edged sword to this. The nameless reveal that you told me was like important from like book 1, where I shouldn't just write it off. Mm-hmm. I wasn't surprised that Selena had to die. I saw it coming, and I saw it coming from when they said the first lock. Mala had to die to make the first lock, so I'm like, logically, somebody gonna have to die to make the next lock. And who's it gonna be? Selena. So I wasn't surprised. I saw that one come in. But what did take me aback was it didn't really click that the nameless mark, like the price is nameless. And I really
nameless is my price, and that's what Baba Yellow tells her. She's like, nameless is the price, like she's the price you have to pay or something like that. Like, yeah, she literally is the price to pay. Yeah.
So I liked how she wrote it. Yeah. I like that. And then I also kind of picked up that Selena was gonna die from the moment they said the queen who was promised. So yeah, I was like, all right, cool. Promise to what? Death.
Do you think she actually will die though? Curious. Prediction for the next book.
I'll say this: up until this book, I thought she was gonna die.
Okay.
To save the world. It just kind of makes the most sense to me, especially if you want a more emotional impact. But now I don't think she is. I think she's going to be immortal. I think they're going to save her in some way, and I don't think they're gonna die.
Okay. We'll come back to that because after we finish everything, we'll talk about predictions for the next book and the ending. But going back,
you can say that I was right.
No.
Future Abby.
Oh,
you're right.
In the other video where we're talking about like Dorian and Selena, and I'm like, oh, but they're related, and you're like, wait, what do you mean they're related?
Oh yes.
Have they like? I don't remember if they've like really established it, but I know that they talk about it in this book because Aelin's like, oh, why? Like, and of course he chose my line to die when you could have chosen Dorian. Like Dorian could have easily been chosen too, but you chose me instead. Yeah. So they have. I don't remember, but I don't remember. Have they talked more about how like that relationship? I guess
you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Basically, from what I gathered from my faded memory, Brannon had 2 kids. Elena went off and got married with Gavin and got Dorian. Like that's Dorian's family history. Mm-hmm. And then there's other kid, I can't remember the name, but that started Aelin's family tree history. And
yeah, so she didn't want her family tree. She wanted like her extended, which is why she chose Aelin.
Oh no, yeah, wait, you're saying Elena didn't choose her own?
Yeah, line.
Yeah,
and Aelin says something like, "Of course, you wouldn't choose Dorian because he's the offspring of your beloved," or something like that.
She picked her niece, kinda. Yeah, not really her niece.
Yeah, distantly related.
Distant, yeah.
Okay.
And this is the last thing I loved. Oh, sorry, no. The other thing I liked was that Nehemia, the reveal that Nehemia knew they had to die.
Yeah.
That Dorian or Aelin had to die from day one, and she just set this up.
But I also loved that Nehemia was willing for it to be her instead of them two, and then Elena was like, "Sorry,
buddy,
no,
it's not you. Can't be you." Okay, so I don't know what happened with that last scene, but I guess. When we're editing, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, we were talking about the scene where she's like, I'm going to rate the foreshadowing. Yeah. How she's really good at foreshadowing. And a scene where she said, I'm going to raise the army or whatever. I also really like that scene because Aiden gives her so much grief over not having allies and all this stuff. And then, they all show up.
They had no faith in her. And she came out.
Yeah.
She showed out.
And then I love how bad he feels. I'm like, yeah, you should feel bad.
Because he cussed her out.
Yeah.
And then I guess, didn't she call him out on it? She's just like, oh, I guess we're seeing your true colors now. Or like you're comfortable, like you've dropped the act of like.
Oh, yeah. She said something like, oh, I guess I'm no longer the perfect queen who can do no wrong.
Yes.
Thing, yeah.
I like that.
I think she says, oh, I think we've gone past the honeymoon stage. Or something like that.
Exactly. The other scene that I liked, Manon's arrival to Aelin's boat and Dorian's reaction.
Yeah, no thinking, just, I have to go rescue her, jumps over.
I like that. Aelin telling Manon that her fussy nurse made of a
Yeah.
wyvern is fine, and then he's just like sprawled out and chilling on the
Sanda
deck.
Tandeka taking in the sun. I love him so much.
No.
You know, I have a pillow pet of Toothless. I should bring it. It reminds me of Abraxas too.
You should. I like Caitlyn's effect on the war, which we've talked about, so I won't go too much in depth. How she turned the tide of the war.
Oh yes, I did like that whole where they're talking about they're like, wow, Caitlin Romford just turned the tide of the war.
Yeah, that's literally verbatim.
Yeah.
Good job. Good memory. I liked page 43, Elite the Killer. I kind of liked it and kind of didn't. That's why I seen the like, not love. Liked because her uncle sent the Ilkin to like capture her, or whatever. With that Lorcan's help, she used her axe and she did a little damage. She chop up a boy. And I'm like, go to Elite. But then she was just like, don't tell him not to dare send another. Girl, we know if he sends another, you gone. What are you talking about? Like, you're not going to chop up another Ilkin. If Erewhon, so she was just like, tell Erewhon that if he sends another one, like, she'll kill them or whatever.
And that's what you gotta say in that moment.
Wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay, she's still strong. Like, she's still a strong character.
And then the other thing she said that had me like, was, well, we'll get to it. When she was telling Lorcan how you wanted to see the helpless little girl, and so I gave you what you wanted to see. And I was just like, you kind of were helpless in the woods, honey. You were helpless in the woods, and them bloodhounds were gonna murk you if Lorcan didn't come and save you. So
she was, but she was also like very smart. Like, and she even Lorcan said that like she knew she was being followed, and she was still pretty smart.
Yeah, no, she is.
She's very crafty.
That sounds like it's a mixed bag for me. Okay, Lydia, bad girl, but know your limits. But anyways, I digress. Okay, the scene that I think you and I are going to disagree on.
Oh, okay.
The storyline.
Let's hear it.
You told me, I think 2 episodes ago, that you were not a fan of Lorcan.
Did I? I don't remember. We'll find it.
You don't like him. Yeah. I really liked him in the lead storyline.
I was gonna ask you what you think of them together. I like them together. I think what I said was that I didn't like him in Crown of Midnight, or sorry, not kind of the one Queen of Shadows, and that he was a mean one out of them. Oh yes, also yes, because he was a mean one there. I didn't like him in Queen of Shadows, and then I do like him in Elite, but it was his misplaced. I mean, he basically is the one who called Maeve. I'm sorry, not basically. He called Maeve, and shit went down bad.
Bad.
So
yeah, it's his fault. Yeah, I thought. Okay, I'll say this. Why I said I thought we were going to disagree on it, because I thought you were saying that you didn't like Lorcan, because when I might be wrong, but if I remember correctly, when you told me you didn't like Lorcan, it's after I was going on and on about Rowan and how I didn't like Rowan. Because I didn't like how mean he was. And then you're like, there's worse. And you're like, I think Lorcan is worse than him. So I thought it was in the storyline of Elide. Okay.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't remember. Probably what I was trying to say, is like, just like Rowan changed and like became better, like, because you didn't like, Rowan, but then he became better and he's likable. Like the same thing happened with Lorcan. Like, he was problematic, and then now he's a lead softened him out.
A little bit softer. I will say, you want to know?
No! I think I remember what I was saying. There's still another member of the cat. You'll find out in the next book. I think I remembered.
Okay. Okay. I will say that I preferred Lorcan's meanness to Rowan's meanness. Rowan was very hurtful with words. Lorcan was just like, he was more hurtful with action, in like silence and just like distant. But Rowan would be like, he just hit you with the words as in low blows and kick you while you're down. So I preferred Lorcan's meanness to Rowan's.
Who's the guy who whips her in this scene?
Oh, it's we're gonna find out more about him. They said he's like kind of like a psychopath. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he's the one who, like, he got kicked out of their group.
Yeah, I think
and they brought him back.
That's who I was talking about. I think that like I don't remember the constant, but like the context of the conversation. But if I was talking about like a really mean member of their group,
that you were him, not working.
Yeah, where the frick is his name?
I don't know. Yeah, I just found it too. Karen.
I have no idea.
Damn, that would have been a good name to ask you to spell.
I think Karen related to Fenris. Isn't that his brother? Remember, the only reason Fenris is bloodsworn to Maeve was because his brother became bloodsworn to Maeve, so he kind of got tricked into it.
Yes, but I didn't realize that was his twin brother.
I'm pretty sure
that he tried to save. I thought the twin brother would be good.
No, the twin brother's an asshole. I'm pretty sure it's Karen.
Well, he turned into an evil person, like he wasn't before or something. Well, don't tell me. I guess I'll find out.
Hold on, I'm googling it.
Don't tell me though. I guess that's not really a spoiler. Was he like? Oh, you're Googling.
It's in this book.
No, I know the story.
Oh, no. His brother is Connell.
Okay. Whew. What a relief.
Okay, yeah. Whew. Okay, we're good.
Oh, I didn't remember to say this. I like Elide the Claimed. I like the fact that Elide went from spending most of her life with no one and alone, locked in a tower away from the world. And by the end of the book, she has
a family.
Like a family, but not just a family, but the most powerful people. Manon, Lorcan, and Aelin claiming her and protecting her. So I was just like, you go, Ellie. You my girl. I like ya. Yeah, that was it for my scenes that I liked. I have, for least favorite scenes, I put no cons. But I will say this.
No what?
No cons, like I have no least favorite scene. But I will say this. So many things are happening in this book, like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, that I started feeling like the characters, and I'm like, oh shit, what now? Like I felt like I was in there, I'm like,
what next?
What next? Okay. And like I didn't get as shocked anymore. I was saying to my partner, I was saying that this kind of made me realize how sometimes an uneventful scene is important. Because it makes the climax that much sweeter. In this, it was a lot of climaxes back to back to back. And I'm not complaining about it because she wrote it very well, so it works. But I can see where if the reveals weren't that epic, it wouldn't work.
Plus, we still have 2 more books.
Yeah. What else left to reveal?
A lot more stuff still has to happen.
What else left to reveal? I really have no prediction. I don't know what else I come. My favorite character. Did you have a least favorite scene?
Not that I can
5 out of 5. It's a good book. I don't have any favorite quotes, and my favorite character is still Abraxas.
Good.
Has it changed for you? Is
no.
It still Dorian?
I thought, like, I couldn't say, like, I have, like, one particular, like, I wouldn't say, like, I like Dorian better, like, than all the other ones. I feel like I love them all. Like, I love Manon. I love Dorian. I love Aelin. I love Rowan. I love Lysandra. Actually, Adian, yeah. Adian I'm not a fan of.
Why not?
Fan of. The next book.
Okay. Oh. Foreshadowing.
Oh no, I'm remembering one particular scene. He's a jerk in the next one. Because, so I don't spoil. Hold on, give me a sec.
Okay.
Because of this. So after Aelin gets taken by Maeve, Lysandra shows up, shape-shifting into Aelin.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just say Adian does not take it kindly and is a big jerk about it.
Weren't they about to be like all in love?
Yeah. But it's that territorial fae bullshit. Oh, you knew, why didn't you tell me? It's,
Get over yourself.
Yeah. But also I forgot about this. I do love her sassiness. Aelin's this note that she sends. Terracin remembers, do you? I fought for your people, return the god's damn favor.
I did like that scene. It wasn't like a emotional letter. She's just like, buddy, just look.
Yeah, she's like, get your ass over here and fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I do love this whole. Okay, so I first like it's twofold. I would say my favorite quote is the quote that I'm gonna raise the pirates and beggars and assassins and thieves for my army.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two reveals of that. First, with Aelin, when she sees Angela Briarcliff brings all her army, and I think there's another, and the army of Elwell, Nehemiah's country. So I like that already then. And then, yeah, then even after she gets taken by Maeve, then when Galen's army shows up, then again proves how she's, yeah, calling in all the favors. She's bringing everybody together.
That
All
was a
the
nice
stuff.
scene.
Even knowing, and also the fact that she knew she would die or get taken away, which is why she had the plan with Lysandra. And Lysandra, she had been training Lysandra to be able to take over for her.
That is kind of cool. Aelin, we like you.
Yeah. And also I realized reading this book, remember when we were playing that game of the Who Said It?
Yeah.
And ChatGPT ended up being wrong, and it was wrong about something else too. Because remember, one of the quotes that you told me it was, "The world will be broken apart and remade by the dreamers."
Yeah.
ChatGPT told you it was Dorian that said that. It's actually Aelin who said that to Rolf, the pirate lord.
ChatGPT cannot be trusted with these books. You failed me.
Yeah. So I love that quote actually. If it's in this one.
This one?
The world will be broken and remade by the dreamers.
And we're dreamers. So please support this channel.
Yes.
So that we don't have to go.
So we can escape corporate America.
Please. It's not fun here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. No. My least favorite character. I have a least favorite.
Okay.
Darrow.
Yes.
He got under my skin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't even it wasn't me he was talking about. He's right, but
I was gonna say I see his perspective. Like you can't deny that he's not wrong.
But man, he was rude about it and it got under my skin.
Like, from his perspective, can you imagine like you're the lover of the king, like you fought like for this kingdom all so much, and then this girl who she, the kingdom was destroyed when she was like 8 years old, so like she wasn't continued to be brought up in this, in the culture or whatever, all this stuff. She goes and she's an assassin who's known, a famous assassin who's known for like her cruelty and her spending and all this stuff. Like, can you imagine, like, you're trying to save a kingdom and this girl comes in with her swagger being like, oh yeah, like I was a renowned assassin, spent all my money on stuff, but now I'm going to take over, so plead all your armies to me. I'd be like, whoa girl, hold on a minute. And she's only like 18. Imagine some 18-year-old comes up to you, and says all this stuff. Like, of course you're going to be like, pump the brakes, kid.
Like, chill out.
Yeah.
I see the perspective. I see it.
Yeah, no, he was still an ass about it, but
he was such an ass about it.
But I get it.
It was for me when he was like, I think he said it, where he was just like, where were you? You were off gallivanting all this time. Yeah. She was a kid. And she was a kid who got kidnapped by an assassin. Where were y'all to rescue her?
True.
You adults failed her.
I hadn't thought about it. That's true. Well, no, they thought she was dead. They didn't know that Selena was Aelin. That wasn't revealed to the end.
But like, they just thought, oh, she fell into the river and died. Nobody like looked into it a bit. The rumor that started. Nobody tried to go search. I don't know. Like, you just give up that easy.
No, they did. What's his name? The guy and his old the guy and his
those two. Yeah, I'm talking about that old man.
Yeah. So, but I think like they were all trying to look for her. That's why there were rumors that like, oh yeah, she's starting an army. They were trying to figure out whether it was true or not.
I'll take it back. But then I guess for me, it's just like.
Well, the thing is, you don't know. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. Like, objectively speaking, it does look like, because she never tried to find the army either. Like, she did hear the rumors that Aelin's still alive, and she never went to look for her allies. So I get that, but I think so. Objectively speaking, he's right, being like, oh yeah, you were gallivanting. I mean, she was enjoying all of Riffle's riches, but he doesn't you don't know the full story
that she was a slave. And I guess what I'm getting at is he curses her that she's a kid who isn't ready for blah, 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 blah. But then at the same breath, he says, but you were off gallivanting, not caring about the world. But she was a kid who was kidnapped by an assassin. The fact that she's even here right now trying to help is a big deal. Like, if she was an adult kidnapped by an assassin, I'd understand them saying you were off gallivanting and not caring. Yeah. But she was a kid.
Also, like, I think he could have been like, okay, you're too young to be on the throne. Like, you stole, like, you're a kid, all this stuff. But, like, thank you for, now trying to make a difference and coming back. Maybe, I'll rule as regent until you're 25 or something like that. Like, we'll do it together. Come. Like, we'll help you. Yeah, he was like, no, set foot and we'll consider you a traitor and, like, all this stuff. So.
And then he called Lysandra a hoe. And I know he was right, but I didn't. Yeah, so Daryl got under my skin. I have no predictions for the next book because I probably waited a bit too long for us to record this episode. So I've forgotten anything.
Yeah, well, what do you think about the ending? Well, I mean, I remember when I read. So I read this book. So I read the book before this one, Queen of Shadows, before Empire Storms had even come out. Because I was reading those. And so I remember when Empire Storms came out. And I think I read it the day it came out. And then that cliffhanger at the end, I was devastated. And then I had to wait 2 years because I think Tower of Dawn came out before Kingdom of Ash. And so I was like, oh yay, the next book's coming out. And then I was like, wait, but it's from Kale's perspective and it's not going to address the cliffhanger at the end? I was pissed.
I believe you.
So I pre-ordered Kingdom of Ash.
I'm actually kind of in a similar boat right now, in that it ended in this cliffhanger, and I want to know what happens next. But because you told me I have to read Tower of Dawn first,
at least you don't have to wait 2 years.
I'm dragging my feet. That's fair. Yeah, 2 years to get that, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
I'm dragging my feet to read it, but I'll have it. I'll read it before next.
I just remember being so shocked. I'm like, oh my god, like, is she gonna escape? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, is Lysandra just always gonna pretend to be her? Oh, I remember why Aiden gets so mad. I won't say why, but it is about like Lysandra. Like, think about it. I don't know if I'll get it or not. Should I just say it?
Yeah, just say it. Spoiler for me.
Spoiler. Okay, so they planned it. So yeah, if Aelin dies, she doesn't want the rest of the world to know. So then Lysandra will always have to pretend to be Aelin for the rest of her life, which means like Lysandra has to die, but Aelin as queen has to have kids. And she has to have kids with somebody that the kids are going to look like Aelin, because even though she's a shapeshifter.
Oh, they did say that in the book.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he'd have to do it with her.
Yeah.
So why is he mad about that? He wanted her anyways?
Yeah, but it's not going to be
a couple steps.
First of all, it's having sex with somebody who looks like your cousin.
But I would have.
Well, actually, no. When they have sex, she wouldn't. Yeah. But still, that and like he just takes it too far, whatever else. But.
Yeah, no spoiler. They said it in there.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
They said it. The game I had planned, I'll actually let you pick.
Okay.
Now it's game time. You guys can play along, or you can watch us make fools of ourselves. Your choice. So I'll have you pick. We could either do character charades, which is what I was gonna have us do, which is where we pick the names of characters out of like a bowl. I'd have to go write them down, and then we have to act it out.
Okay.
Or talk what we
try to make like kind of like a guess who. We should do that. The Guess Who, those games that you have pictures and it's like and you have one character that you have to guess with the other person and it's like, does your character wear glasses? Is your character an asshole? Type thing. And then you have to go eliminating by the questions asked. We'll play that next time.
I'm down to play that. Yeah.
Let's do
it. So either that or we do the spelling game where we find words in here and see who can spell them. Pick. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's flip a coin. Or you choose. I don't care.
Oh, I don't want to choose. You choose.
Let's do the charades.
Okay.
But I don't think we have to write it down. Like, I think like you can do like a name, you can put a random generate like on your phone and then it'll pick a name. So I'm using wheelofnames.com. I put the list of names and it's like one of those like spinny, I don't know if you can see that, spinny things. So you tap and then like it does a
spinny thing.
And then it'll land on the name. And then it'll tell you like the name.
Okay. Perfect.
Can transform into a bird.
Rowan.
Yes. Manon?
No. Close enough, but no.
Astrid then? Oh, Aelin?
I can kill it. But
Selena?
Yes.
First I thought like Zorro, like the Mask of Zorro, and you're like,
oh, we probably shouldn't show them yet because they should guess too.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We ruined it for you for the others.
A king.
Erewhon?
No. My favorite character, according
Dorian.
to you. He's literally a king.
I wouldn't have picked up on that. I thought you would have like painted him as the ladies' man.
Oh yeah, could have said ladies' man.
Or like, I like pain.
No, you know how you say others. Like, we stand a king.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember who this is. Oh right. Oh God, this one is hard. Okay. Like,
what is that? A ghost?
Yes.
Oh, Elena.
Not her.
Gavin?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping I'd get this one. You're definitely gonna get this. Abraxas. I feel so dumb. Smelling dead flowers.
Well, Abraxas loves to do it. It's our favorite wyvern smelling, our flower smelling wyvern.
And guys, in full disclosure,
that was the third take. Because the camera stopped recording the first time she did it. Also, the first time it did take me like 2 seconds. I was like, what is she spelling the flowers for?
And she got it.
And then I got it.
And then the second time I didn't hit record. So yeah, we just made a fool of ourselves 2 times for y'all.
Yes.
Please subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I don't think we've gotten her. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, shit.
You said her.
But. What? Mangled what?
Eileen! No, you should have said mangled. You should have started hopping.
You have to my foot is actually hurt though.
Yes, it is.
That's why I was pointing to this.
That's right. I'm a terrible friend. I forgot. Okay. One more. Last one. Ooh, you have to go find the keys.
Elena.
But I won't tell you where they are.
Elena.
Yeah. That's it for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Later. Bye. We always end these things like
so awkwardly. Yeah, like that's it. Go home.
Go home.
Do all the stuff that you were putting off doing.
Exactly.
Stop procrastinating. Get off the toilet.
Get off YouTube.
Yes.
But come back on
next week.
Next week and watch our next video. Bye.